Hello children, how are you all? So we are back with class 10's physics chapter electricity, okay? And part 3. Last class we have studied about how and why current flows through a conductor or through a wire, through a circuit. What is a circuit diagram? What are the different parts of circuit diagram? What is ammeter? What is voltmeter? Then we also have studied about different components of a circuit diagram, correct? Like switches, then cell and battery. Then we have also studied about ammeter, voltmeter, how can we represent it in a circuit diagram, resistance, okay? And also we have studied about potential and potential difference. We have also studied how to derive potential difference, what is potential difference, what is its SI unit and all, okay? Now in today's class we are going to learn about a term that we have already learned, means we have just known that term, that is resistance, okay? So here we are going to learn about resistance, resistivity and Ohm's law, okay? So let's start. Now from the name itself, resistance means what? Something which is obstructing, okay? Now from there let's start. Suppose this is a wire, okay? The thin wire, I am just magnifying it and I am showing it to you, okay? Suppose this is a wire and current is flowing. So what does current flow means? What? Electrons are moving, okay? Full of electrons and they are moving in one direction, okay? And as the electrons are moving, there will be other atoms and molecules, okay, inside the wire. So what will happen? Even the electrons will also move, okay? So this electron can collide with this one or other electrons that are present in the metals, okay? So what happens when the electrons move in a wire? They get obstructions. Like when we move in a, suppose in a crowded road, okay, we are moving in a crowded road, what happens? So many people comes in front and we get obstructions. That is the result. Our speed slows down, right? So resistance is just that thing. It is the obstruction that an electron suffers, or current, that is an obstruction that prevents the free flowing of current, okay? So it is the property of, so what is resistance? Resistance, okay? Resistance is the property of whom? Property of the material, okay, through which current is flowing, okay? So if I consider a wire, then resistance is the property of that wire, okay? And what is the property? That provides obstruction in the free flowing of the current, okay, or charge. And how do we represent this resistance? This resistance as potential difference is represented by the letter V. Similarly, current is represented by the letter I. So resistance, we represent resistance, okay? We represent resistance by the letter R, okay? We represent resistance by the letter R. And what is the SI unit of resistance? We are measuring this resistance, means there should be an SI unit. Now SI unit of resistance is denoted by a Greek letter which is known as ohm, okay? O-H-M. And this ohm is named after a scientist, okay? We will be studying about it later on, okay? For now you just understand that resistance is the property of material that obstructs the free flowing of charge through the material, okay? And it's the same as when you move in a crowded place, okay, crowded lane, the obstruction that you get, it's somewhat like that you dash against another person or like that. Similarly, the electrons also face the same problem. Okay, and how do we represent resistance? We represent resistance by the letter R. And what is the SI unit of resistance? It is ohm. So let us now jot down all the points about resistance. Okay. Now before jotting down all the points, one thing I will like you all to think about. Suppose you are moving in a lane, a crowded lane. Okay. Now, if the lane is very long, okay, what will happen? You will face more resistance. Okay, you will face more obstruction. Okay, so same thing for resistance also. Resistance depends on the length of the material of the wire. Okay, so why? Because suppose a wire is only this much thick. Okay, if this much is the length of the wire, then the obstruction that the electrons will face only for a small amount of time. And if the length is bigger, then length is much more, then it will face more obstructions. Okay, so we can say more the length of the wire, more is the resistance. From here we can conclude that resistance, more the resistance, more is the length of the wire, more is the resistance. So we can say that mathematically that resistance is directly proportional to the length of the wire, where L represents the length of the wire. Okay. And second thing, suppose you are moving in a wide lane. Okay, wide lane means what? The width of the length is, apart from, suppose first length was this much was the width of the lane. Now the width of the length has increased. Okay, so what will happen? The electrons will get more space to move. Okay, suppose you are moving in a small narrow lane. Okay, and there was too much of crowd. Now if the narrow lane broadens up, what will happen? You will get more space and you can move freely. Okay, that means what? If this area is increased, area of what? Area of cross section. Now cross section means what? Suppose this is, if I consider this as the length of the wire. Okay, area of cross section will be this one. Okay, that means when I cross, if I cut it in this way, then whatever is the area, okay, this area is known as cross section. So more is the cross section of the wire, less will be the resistance. Means more the wider will be the lane in which you are walking, less you will face the crowd. Okay, so we can say that, so that means what? If area is more, resistance will be less. Correct? So how we can represent it mathematically? We will say it as resistance is inversely proportional to area. Okay, resistance is inversely proportional to area. Now resistance also depends on the material and temperature of the wire. Okay, now what kind of material is it, or what is the temperature of the wire? More will be the temperature, more the electrons will be agitated. Correct? So it also depends on the temperature and material of the wire. Okay, now if I want to remove this, okay, if I want to remove this proportionality, I have to bring one proportional constant, and in case of resistance we bring the proportional constant as rho. Okay, it is written as, like we write no P in modern in P in alphabets, no, like that only we write. This is known as rho. Okay, this is known as proportionality constant for let me write. Okay, this is known as rho, R H O. It is spelled as rho, and it is the proportionality constant. proportionality constant of what? Proportionality constant of resistance. Okay, so that is the proportionality constant. This rho is the proportionality constant, and we want to combine these two. We can write L by A. Okay, where L represents, well, L is the length of the wire. Okay, wire or conductor, whatever we are using, that one. Okay, through which current is flowing. Okay, and what is A? A is the area. Area of what? Area of cross section. Area of cross section of the wire. Understood? Area of cross section of the wire through which current is flowing. So this is the mathematical expression of resistance, and how rho is dependent on resistance and how length and area is dependent on resistance. So from here, if rho, we need to find out rho. Now what is the SI unit of rho? Okay, this rho is also known as, rho is known as resistivity. Okay, rho is known as resistivity, okay, or proportionality constant. Okay, now what is resistivity then? Resistivity means it is the resistance offered by the material at a fixed dimension. Okay, resistance offered by the material at a fixed dimension. Why we are mentioning fixed dimension? Because you see, here we are talking about, when we are representing, we are linking up resistance and resistivity, we are using length and area. What are this length and area? These are the dimensions of the material of the wire, okay, or of the material through which current flows. So resistance is the obstruction. Resistance is the obstruction which and free flowing charge gets from the, it is the property. Okay, it is the property which property that a charge faces while freely flowing through a wire. Okay, and resistance means what? Resistivity means what? Resistivity means resistance offered by the material at a fixed dimension. Okay, and how to find out resistivity? From this one, resistivity can be found out like rho is equal to, or we can say rho is equal to R into A by L. What is R into A? Resistance into area of cross section by L. So this is what is rho. And what is the SI unit of rho? SI unit of rho, we are representing it by this letter which somewhat looks like P. Okay, and how do we, what is the SI unit of rho? SI unit of rho is ohm meter. Ohm meter to the power minus 1. Why ohm meter to the power minus 1? Now for resistance, what we have? If you suppose you forget how to find out, okay, what is the SI unit of rho, just remember resistance is ohm, area will be, SI unit of area is meter square, and length is what? Meter. So rho means what? Rho means RA by L. What is R? Ohm. What is A? M square. And what is L? M. Correct? So from here we can see it is ohm meter. Okay, it is ohm meter. Understood? So here we have all the points, okay, that we have learnt now. First is resistance. What is resistance? Definition of resistance. It is the property of a material which offers obstruction to the free flow of current. Okay, as I have explained you, when the electrons move in haphazard way and they collide with one another, thus increasing temperature of the material, and also they collide with one another, and that obstruction they provide to the free flow of current, and that is known as resistance. Okay, now resistance is represented by the letter R, and SI unit of resistance is ohm. Okay, and ohm is also written in this way. Okay, next is resistance depends on the length of the wire and area of cross section of the wire. Which wire? Now question is which wire? The wire through which current is flowing. More is the length of the, with increase in length, resistance increases. Okay, more is the length of the wire, more will be the resistance. And why it is so? As I have told you, more is the length of the road through which you are moving. Suppose in a crowded road you are moving, more will be the crowd, more your speed will slow down, because more obstructions you will be getting. Okay, so we can represent it by saying R is directly proportional to L. Okay, where L is the length of the wire. Next is with increase in area. Area of what? Area of cross section. What I told you, cross section means, suppose this is the length, and if I just cut it in this way, then what you see is the area of cross section. This is known as the area of cross section. Okay, this is not a wire, you just imagine that. Okay, and with the increase in area, that means wider is the length of the wire, electrons will get free space to move. Okay, and so resistance decreases. Okay, so we can represent that as, firstly we had represented R is directly proportional to L, and upon that what we got, resistance is inversely proportional. So inversely how do we write? 1 by A, and directly how we write? Just L, just the thing. Okay, now to remove this proportionality, we have to bring one proportional constant. Okay, and that proportional constant is known as rho. Okay, and so we can say R is equal to rho L by A. And what is rho now? Rho means it is resistivity. Okay, now what is resistivity now? Okay, did you copy it down? Okay, so what is resistivity? Resistivity is the measure. Okay, it is how much resistance is offered to the free flowing charge or current in a particular dimension. So for a particular dimension, particular area and length, how much resistance is offered to the free flowing charge or current, that measurement what we are doing, that is measured by resistivity. Okay, next, resistivity depends on material or nature of the wire and also the temperature of the wire. Means if the nature of the wire is if it is a bad conductor or good conductor, and also how much is the temperature. Okay, it is more heated up or not, that one. Okay, resistivity is measured by rho. Okay, and it is written like the letter P. Okay, and it is spelled as rho, pronounced as rho. Okay, SI unit is ohm meter, and I have told you how it is coming as ohm meter, that also I have showed you. Okay, next is, we know that resistance is equal to rho into L by A. Okay, and from there we can derive that what is rho. If we are asked to find out resistivity of the material of the wire, then how do we find it out? Rho is equal to resistance into A by L. So we have learnt about two terms. One is resistance and another is resistivity. So one is resistance, one is resistivity. Two terms are different. Okay, so note it down. Now, as we have discussed earlier, now we will be talking about one kind of law which is known as Ohm's law. Okay, now for Ohm's law we need to know about three terms. We require three terms. First is V and I, and the third term we will be talking about later on. Okay, now what is V? V is the velocity, V is the potential difference, correct? And what is I? I is the current flowing through the circuit, right? Now how is this V and I related? What is V? V is the work done to bring some amount of charge from infinity to a certain point. Okay, and what is I? I is the current, amount of current flowing or amount of charge flowing through a circuit, right? So more is the work done, more will be the current. Okay, right? If we move more amount of charges. Okay, if we bring more amount of charges from one portion to one point, that means as many charges move, current will, what will happen? Current will increase, right? Current will increase. So we can say that more is the potential difference, more is the current. Okay, so we can represent it mathematically as V is directly proportional to I. That means with the increase in the potential difference, more will be the current, and with the decrease in potential difference, less will be the current. Now to remove this proportionality, we require one proportional constant, and that proportional constant is resistance that we had discussed earlier. And this is what? This is actually the Ohm's law. Okay, this is actually the Ohm's law. V is equal to IR. Okay, while V is the potential difference and I is the current flowing through the circuit, and R is the resistance offered to the free flowing charge or current. Okay, so V is equal to IR is the Ohm's law. Okay, and how to express Ohm's law? Ohm's law states that, so what is Ohm's law then? If question comes, state Ohm's law, what will you write? Ohm's law states that current through a circuit or conductor, I'll say circuit only, okay, between 2 points is directly proportional to the potential difference. Okay, directly proportional to the potential difference. So again I am explaining Ohm's law. Ohm's law is dealing with three terms actually. One is now you know three terms actually. One is potential difference, one is current, and one is resistance. Okay, and the connection between all these three we are talking about. So more is the work done to bring one charge to one point, more is the current flowing. Okay, so so that we can express mathematically as, if I take potential difference as V and current as I, we can say V is directly proportional to I. That is what is stated here. See, Ohm's law states that current through a circuit between 2 points is directly proportional to the potential difference. Okay, and when I want to remove this proportionality sign, I have to bring one proportional constant. So from here we can get another difference of another definition of resistance, that is, resistance is the proportionality constant of V is equal to of when potential difference is directly proportional to current flowing through a circuit, okay, or a conductor. Okay, so, and how do we represent this resistance? This resistance is represented as I have stated earlier only. Resistance or R is represented by the letter R, and ohm is the SI unit of resistance. Simple, no? Okay. Now experimentally also we can derive this potential this resistance, and we can prove Ohm's law. Okay, suppose we imagine one circuit. Okay, circuit is having one resistance and here one key, then suppose voltmeter is there and here one ammeter is there. Okay, ammeter is there, and suppose this is the connection. Okay, now suppose I am connecting through this one. Okay, and I am not considering this portion. Okay, suppose my circuit is only this much, okay, with one cell. Okay, this is my connection. Okay, so in that case, suppose let my experiment, suppose this is for cell 1. Okay, so only when I am using only cell 1, okay, what will be my suppose it let it be V1. Okay, my reading be V1, and let my current flowing in the first case for cell 1 be I1. Okay, and let R1 be V1 by I1. Okay, now in the second case, suppose I connected 2 cell and I left the third one. Okay, this is not there, suppose this is not there. Okay, I have connected only 2 cell. Okay, and suppose in second case the voltage that I got, okay, voltmeter reading that I got, let it be V2, and the ammeter reading, okay, ammeter gives what? The amount of current flowing, so let that be I2. Okay, and let R2 be V2 by I2. Okay, and in third case, let me connect another cell or battery, and in that case also, suppose my voltmeter reading was V3 and my ammeter reading was I3. Okay, what is voltmeter reading and ammeter reading? Voltmeter reading means the amount of potential difference that we are calculating through voltmeter, right? And amount of current we are measuring through ammeter. Okay, and let R3 be the reading of the third time. Okay, after this experiment, any amount of you increase the number of cell, whatever it is, you will always see that this value of this ratio, that is potential difference and current. Okay, the ratio of potential difference and current constant. Okay, so which means what? We can say R1 equal to R2 is equal to R3. Okay, so this is what is Ohm's law, and this is the experimental way of deriving Ohm's law. So if 3 marks question comes like what is Ohm's law and experimentally show that how to derive Ohm's law, you will be drawing this circuit and you will be writing that let us connect 3 cells. Okay, and let us connect only one cell and check the voltmeter and ammeter reading. Let that be V1 and V1 and I1, and the ratio let that be taken as R1. Okay, in the second case let us increase the amount of cell, and in second case also let the voltmeter reading be V2 and ammeter reading be I2, and the ratio will be R2, which is equal to V2 by I2. And in the third case let us increase one more cell, and let us see that voltmeter reading be V3 in that case and I3 be the ammeter reading, and in that case the ratio will be V3 by I3, which is equal to R3. And in each case when we calculate, we will see that the ratio of the potential difference and current is constant, which is equal to, therefore R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3. Hence we can say that resistance is constant. Okay, so this is what is Ohm's law. So thus at the end of this lecture video, I have few questions for you. It is for your assignment 3. First is define resistance and resistivity with its SI unit. Okay, I have already given you points. In points I have written. Okay, write it down in your copy. Okay, note it down. Okay, next is write the equation for finding resistance. Okay, you need to write the equation only. Okay, for finding what? Finding resistance. First equation will be using Ohm's law. Okay, and the second one will be using resistivity. Now 2 types you can find resistance by 2 ways. One is by Ohm's law, that is V is equal to IR, that one, and resistivity rho is equal to R is equal to rho into L by A. Okay, those 2 equations you have to write it down. Next, write the factors on which resistance of a metal depends on. Okay, what are the factors? Length and area. Those factors you have to write it down. Fourth one is a numerical, that is find the value of resistance when 12 volt potential difference is connected to a 2.5 milliampere of current is flowing through a circuit, and find the resistivity of the wire. From there you will get resistance. Correct. Voltage is given. Okay, potential difference is given and current is given. So V is equal to IR. From that formula you can easily derive what is R. Okay, and using that R you have to find resistivity. Now what is resistivity? Resistivity is rho. Rho is equal to RA by L. Okay, and here area is given as 5 meter square and length is given as 2 meter. Okay, using that it will be easy for you to find out what is the resistivity also. Okay, that's all we have for this video. We'll be back with more. Okay, bye.